got some PC gaming news for you, so you'd better be ready. We're gonna talk about Stalker 2. Most Wanted Award, 30° by patch for Baldur's Gate 3, world most famous open source game engine stabilizing. Its latest release, and finally, some news about GTA 6 and more. During the PC gaming show, Most Wanted event, Stalker 2. Heart of Chernobyl was voted as the most highly anticipated PC game by the Most Wanted Council, which is composed of individuals in the games industry, content creators, and journalists. The game is a first-person shooter developed by Ukrainian studio GSC Game World and is set to be released in the first quarter of 2024 on PC and Xbox Series XS. In his acceptance video, the CEO of GSC Game World and the game's director, Evgeny Grigorovich, expressed his gratitude to the fans and dedicated the award to the developers working on the game. He also spoke about the challenging circumstances in which the game has been developed, including the pandemic, war, relocation, cyber attacks, and life threats. Stalker 2. Heart of Chernobyl is the fourth game in the Stalker video game series, and the first game in the series to be released on consoles in 15 years. We definitely have a product that is worth being Stalker in the news for the coming months. Larian Studios has released a massive update patch with a nearly 30GB download. This patch includes a new epilogue, updated inventory UI, 2 new game modes, Honor Mode and Custom Mode, performance improvements in Act 3, and new gameplay modes. The update also features over 30 new tweaks to all of the game's boss fights and a new legendary action system. The epilogue, referred to as a final goodbye, is said to contain some of the most complex writing in the game. Baldur's Gate 3 has been a critical success, praised for its excellent stagecraft and ability to adapt the tabletop role-playing experience of Dungeons & Dragons into a video game. This patch come to face criticism received at launch for bugs and a dissatisfying ending. Now the question for the answer we're all waiting for. When Netflix adaptation and book series Risque Romance. Godot 4.2. Released with more stability, improvements, improved rendering, AMD FSR 2.2 recently came out the stable release for Godot 4.2, the latest version of the popular free and open source game engine. This update includes over 1,800 improvements from 359 contributors all around the world. The release features necessary bug fixes and exciting new features, making Godot 4.2 a more polished and improved tool for game and app development. The most notable addition comes with the inclusion of AMD FSR 2.2, which, contrary to NVIDIA's proprietary and closed DLSS, is fully open for anyone to implement. The amount of work behind the scenes is economically financed by the community, amassing an impressive sum of about $55,000 each month. To paraphrase the title of a well-known stage play, we can say that waiting for Godot has never been so enjoyable as it is now. The first teaser trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to premiere on Tuesday, December 5th at 2 p.m. GMT. The trailer is expected to be available on various platforms such as YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. The teaser image features palm trees, pastel colors, and seagulls, reminiscent of Florida and/or Vice City, hinting at the possible setting of the game. The next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, Grand Theft Auto 6, is set to be the first in the franchise to feature a female protagonist in its story mode. According to some reports, the game will feature 2 protagonists inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, with the female character likely to be Latina. The trailer is highly anticipated, as it will provide the first official glimpse of the long-awaited game, which is believed to be set in a Miami-inspired Vice City. As a result, for lack of StarCraft news, the emergence of Frost Giant, a new RTS game from veterans of Blizzard's RTS team has arisen. StormGate is the next-generation real-time strategy game set in a new science fantasy universe we're all waiting for. Placed in a post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide, gamers can opt to play the human faction or the demonic invader race called Infernals. The game will feature campaign missions, competitive 1v1 ladder battles, and cooperative modes. Thanks to Unreal Engine 5, StormGate will support high-resolution HD visuals in 4K and offer an in-game editor for creators. The game's core mechanics and gameplay fundamentals have been a focus of Frost Giant Studios' initial engineering efforts, aiming to provide a crisp and responsive gameplay experience with smart pathfinding. The Kickstarter campaign will begin on December 5th. While the project is already fully funded, the aim of the crowdsourced campaign is to further enhance the game with highly requested extras. Some time ago, certain individual asked us if we had phones. Luckily, we have indie developer that ask us the features we want in our next product. A recent controversy surrounding Ark, Survival Ascended, with the decision to temporarily disable PC players from participating in PvP crossplay due to widespread cheating. The developer, Studio Wildcard, is working to implement robust anti-cheat measures and expects to reinstate crossplay PvP server functionality for Windows clients early next week. The game's troubled launch period, performance issues, and limited communication from the development team have also been sources of frustration for players. The change has sparked mixed reactions from the community, with some expressing disapproval and others supporting the decision. It is certainly worth noting whether among those supporters there is someone with resentment towards more skilled PC players.